Good morning, Vietnam. Hello, everybody. It's gonna be a good day. I think it's gonna be a good day. I have a good feeling about today. I have a good feeling about today, just like you, Murder. And I finally got the guitar audio fixed, but I know no one gives a shit about that. What everyone wants to know is what's the news, Brandon. You titled the news. What's the news? The news is this bad boy right here. This came out yesterday, and this essentially, it's not like there's any new information here, but this is from this is the author right here. And if you read this, I haven't read this whole thing yet, but one of the key things that karyotyping, let's see if I can find it here. I always struggle to find it right after I read it. Karyotyping is almost an art, okay? It's one of the big defects and disadvantages to using karyotyping, one of the alternatives to OGM. And this article is saying karyotyping is almost like an art. It's super hard to do. It's very hard. You have to have specialized training. You have to be very experienced in using it, very skilled, very educated, very credentialed for karyotyping. OGM, on the other hand, he goes on to say that it's more automated, it's more objective. Okay, and that's a cool. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it now, but karyotyping does provide useful diagnostic information at a reasonable cost. However, okay, now this person is saying, therefore, we would only move away from karyotyping if there was extensive further validation from that optical genome mapping works. We already have had that, and we're going to get that more. And this is why we all think there's going to be, this is one reason why we think there's going to be good sales. There's people like this misinformed individual here. She notes, however, standard karyotyping methods provide useful diagnostic information at a reasonable cost. The thing is, we provide the same information that is more accurate and cheaper. So it's like, what the so what are you talking about? So there are still people that say, until we get further validation that OGM works, they're not switching to, they're going to keep using karyotyping. And this is why we know sales are going to come down the line, because we got 5 large clinical studies on the way. 5 of them. So yeah, we got 2 minutes of the open here. And let me start charging my phone here. I forgot to charge my phone today. I was working with the guitar audio, and that took so much time. There's way more things that went into it than I thought. But the guitar audio is good, actually, believe it or not. My predictions have been wishful thinking, trying to stay positive. Good morning from CTS. Awesome. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. I'm glad to see everyone in here. What are we closing at today? I think we're closing, and here, let me go ahead and before we open here, let me go ahead and get this on. Okay, 10-minute chart, 15-minute, whatever you do, 5-minute work. We got an ascending trend line here, and we got 2 touch points. I'm looking for a touch point today. A quick dip at the open is hopefully we're gonna get a dip down to 606, and then we start making higher highs. And you know, optimistically, we would want to close. We want to close above at least today's open, but optimistically, we want to close above yesterday's intraday high. And I know that's a lot to ask. That would be testing 650. We would be going above the resistance here. I mean, we would be screwing a lot of things up, right? There's a ton of resistances in there. The 21 SMA is there. But okay, it's at 661 actually. Okay, but that's the optimistic scenario. The close for today being about 650. We'll see what happens. Most of it is just going to be determined by high growth. You guys know how it is. But we did get good news yesterday. I didn't see this yesterday. I'm just seeing this today. No one else saw it yesterday, I'm assuming. But yeah. But this is good news, because this is always good news when optical genome mapping, when there's a bullish article on why optical genome mapping works compared to other methods, and it's actually esoteric enough to where it's like academic praise. You know, I would consider it academic praise, essentially. That's what I would consider this new article. So, anyways, here we go. 10 seconds till the open. Starting out a little bit flat. We'll see what happens. Microvision and Nanovision both outperforming us so far. We'll see. I think it's going to be a good day. I could be way wrong. High growth could absolutely shit on us again, but we'll see. We got to support. If we do dip, we've got this ascending support level right here, so we'll see. All right, sells at the close. Sells at the close. 613. A lot of selling going on right there. A lot of selling. Oh, ooh, good. No, wrong way. Nano dimension is going up. What? We're going the opposite way. No, this is the wrong way. Intraday low is 610, down by 1%. AMC's green 1%. Let's see how the markets opened up. Yeah, they're opening up pretty well. Everything's pretty green in the markets. Yep, UVSY is getting killed. I might have to buy more of that today if it's gonna get killed. 611. Okay, there we go. Yeah. If Nano Dimension and Microvision are gonna stay green like this, oh, I just saw some stuff turn red. No. This is scary. 615 now. It's pretty even so far for high growth. That's kind of anyone's game right now. Nano Dimension just turned red. Damn. Okay, that's scary. AMC's pushing a little bit. It's just high growth. Oh my! What the hell was that? What the heck? Sporadic movement down. We're now down 2%. Just like that. I mean, we were even, and then just like that, we're red. We're down 2%. Holy man, it wasn't even sporadic sell orders. It was just sporadic movement down. Damn, man, that's the dart pools and the manipulation right there, or the shorts. Any of those are reasonable explanations. Brandon, use the force. Brandon, the force. All right, here we go. Go up. R2, we're going up, not down. All right, there we go. There's your force. 605 right now. Yes, we do have news today. If anyone's just getting in right now, we have news. We have news for it. We will go over that pretty soon. Now, I'm going to keep on the price action right now because we just opened up. Right now, we're down 1.5%, and the high growth, it's looking like right now. I mean, hopefully it's the same pattern that we've seen out of 3 out of the last 4 days. Hopefully we dip it open and then we go up. And it looks like right now we pretty much are on. Are we on the support level now? No, we're not. Okay, we got a couple more cents to go until we hit the support. The support is we have 2 per validation to this ascending level of support. I'm hoping that we validate it again. Obviously, I'm hoping that we get a bounce off this, just like the last 2 times, because both of the other times that we hit this, we went up a very tremendous amount. So hopefully the pattern is gonna. Hopefully it's gonna stay. Hopefully the data points are gonna be accurate and provide a reasonable prediction for what's gonna happen next time we touch this support, which we're like 2 cents away from right now. So. And it looks like we have a discrepancy in the price and this price for a second there. Not anymore. Okay. I should have bought more. Boomstick, Emmanuel. What's up, my friends? Des. 608. 608. Nano Dimension's still green. AMC's green. And the broader markets are bleeding. The Russell is going down. The Russell was up 0.5% last week, chat. Now it's barely up. Yeah, the whole sector is kind of shitting itself right now. Yeah. And here, let me go. And right now, since the price action is not really moving, here, let me go back. Let me go back here. All right, I guess here I'll just recap the news for you very quickly if there's anyone that just wants to get out of here because this is boring, right? Well, basically what we had was yesterday this article came out. This is the first time I'm seeing it, but I don't think anyone else has seen this except the person who posted it and me now, and now you. This is an article talking about why OGM is better than karyotyping, essentially. This is a new author here. I haven't seen this guy talk about BNGO too much. Maybe he is, maybe I'm not recognizing him, but this looks like new academic praise for OGM compared to karyotyping and all the other things. So that it is good news. It is good. And the fact that we've never got one of these articles that is bearish on OGM and thinking it's not that good and not better than other techniques, that shows you. And that's the real reason why. That's why we all think Savar is so good, because it's proven by so many people. Do you see BNGO buying cryptogenomics? What is their system? Long read sequencing, short read. Yeah, for some reason in the last few days there's been this whole, I don't know why, but it's probably because we haven't got any crazy news this week, like really big news this week, but there's been a lot of old news recirculating and people calling it new for some reason. There's a lot of basically our CBO or CCO, I forgot which one it was right now off the time. I think it was was it Rich Shippey or Jason Pryor? I think it was Rich Shippey. I could be wrong, though, but one of them worked with Cradle, and he was like a co-founder, and Cradle does prenatal stuff. They specialize in prenatal care, and basically their headquarters are very close to Cradle, and Cradle's headquarters like right by ours in San Diego. And we were thinking maybe there's gonna be an acquisition happening, but then also I don't think that's likely because we kind of cherry picked the guy that we wanted. We didn't, why would we get that guy if we were just gonna acquire the whole company? It's probably not that likely if that was happening. So, but a lot of people have been saying, yeah, it was Shippey. Okay, it was Rich Shippey. Okay, cool. Yeah. So, yeah, and that's good, and that's good to see that we're getting somebody with prenatal experience. But I've been seeing a lot of news there. But what do I see BioNano buying cryptogenomics? No, I don't. I think it's definitely realistic. I think it's definitely a scenario, but a possibility, but I don't think it's likely. Good morning, my friends. 6:10 right now. Hopefully forming a hammer candle. Looks like we have a bit of a hammer candle right now. Unfortunately, the whole sector just went red. Everything is red now on high growth. Again, it's like we're gonna move with high growth, guys. I don't want to see anybody like saying BioNano sucks, the company sucks, I'm giving up, because at the end of the day, we just move with high growth these days. If you want to see the company's value, and the stock actually trade like the company is based on what the company's been doing these last 5 months or 4 months, I should say. Stay tuned for the earnings report. That's coming up very soon. That's like what is that? That's like 25 days away. 25 days. So maybe even less than 20. Maybe like 19 days. I don't know. But yeah, right now, I mean, the Russell's staying sideways. It looks like we're kind of moving with the Russell today so far. It actually looks like, believe it or not, the Russell's actually having an effect on high growth. Usually it does, but not recently. It doesn't. Recently, high growth has a mind of its own. Yes, I'm a Game of Thrones fan. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Game of Thrones is good. Hell yeah, Game of Thrones is good. Season 1 to see, even season 6 had good moments, but season 6 is when it started to get a little bit worse. But anyways, what do you look at to gauge high growth? This is what I look at right here. This watch list right here. It's not a great metric. It's not gauging high growth is hard to do, right? It's easy to look at the Russell 2000 and say, oh, high growth's up today. A better thing to do would be to actually look at the stocks that make it up and look at the quintessential high growth stocks, and also look at the advancers and decliners, which I wish there was a metric on Webull for it. I bet there probably is, but I just haven't found it yet. But these are basically a lot of the high growth stocks, and I would say I take it with a grain of salt, because obviously I'm not going to get all the high growth stocks in here. There's going to be some missing out. Some of these are not high growth. Some of the like Myers in here. Did I remove Myers? Okay, looks like I removed Myers. But anyways, yeah, I think there's a couple in here that aren't really that high growth. Yeah, Rumble, that's not really high growth. So some of these are not that high growthy, but still, you'll see it's a pattern that we see every day. These stocks move together, right? I mean, you see it today. The markets are green. These are all red. It's the inverse correlation that we've been talking about. And these stocks move together, especially, and this is why I have them right next to each other, Nanovision, Microvision, BNGO. So, yeah. 609 right now, down by 1%. Really struggling to bottom out here to decisively turn around. The Russell's still bleeding, but the Russell's still going down. See, okay, I was wrong. I just said we were following the Russell pretty closely. That just stopped, right? The Russell just went down 0.10%. High growth is doing nothing. At least BioNano is doing nothing. A lot of these stocks are not really moving much, seems like, at least the last 2 seconds. All right. Brandon, I had a dream where we missed earnings, 3.2, but then again, my dreams never come true, LMAO. Man, you had a dream about the earnings number. That's fun. That's fun. That's awesome. I'm a little bit scared that it was a miss, but, I guess dreams can just be your fears sometimes, so that makes sense. But, Brandon, can you look at SoFi? I'll tell you what, Boomstick, I'll take a look at that pretty soon if you want. If you remind me, I will forget. Has the earning days been announced? No, it has not. The earnings has not been announced. I assume they're not going to announce it They're not going to announce it until the very last minute, because they're going to do exactly what they did last time, which was basically wait like a couple days before or a week before, and then they're going to have a PR and they're going to say BioNano to host earnings on the 22nd or 23rd. I think it's going to be the 22nd or 23rd of August, most likely. Hopefully it's a little bit earlier than that. Hopefully they come out and say it's going to be like way sooner, because we need it. I mean, we're waiting for it. Hopefully they do that. But, I don't expect that. We'll see. Somehow we were still green, though. That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. I think we will see a bull run just before earnings. Well, if history is any indicator for what's about to happen, we're about to get decimated before earnings. And we actually already have. So, but we still have a month until earnings. We still have basically like 20 to 30 days to earn. I mean, we could even have 35 days or 40 days even, depending on when they release it. I think it's going to be about exactly 30 days, 29 days till earnings. But we typically, and this, I don't know if this is because of earnings. I don't think this is because of earnings, but it's something to note. Last 2 earnings that we got, the first one as well, I think, or definitely the second one at least, we got killed before it. And that was your buy zone, and your buy signal was on the day of earnings when you're going down. And we've went down a lot, and we've got earnings coming up. So this is why I don't really, high growth can easily go way down, and we can easily hit 550 again. Sure. But from the company's perspective, from the fundamental perspective, if you're a long-term bull on this, it's not a horrible opportunity to add when we're down on these days, in my opinion. That's just me. So many people have dissenting opinions, which is fine these days, but all right. See, and I'm calling the dip right before a run up a week after. What? Well, also, I'm kind of hoping I have 5K to play with, so I'm hoping for a real dip like 480 or 510. Ooh, I think the only way we get that, I'm sure you know this, but I'm pretty sure the only way we get that is if high growth absolutely gets, I mean, not even decimated, just killed. I mean, just shot in the head. You know what I mean? CEO gets shot in the head. I mean, it would take something insane for us to hit that 480. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'm a cheap gambler. I want a deal. I understand that. Brandon, how will you reach the 2,000 shares milestone by the end of the year without buying at these cheap prices? My friend, I already have 2,000 shares. My friend, I have like 2,200. The news is this right here. We basically have another, or this came out yet. I think this came out last night because I didn't see this till this morning. No, I haven't seen anyone else talk about this or cover this, so this is news. And this is basically an academic praise. It's basically academic praise. That's what it is. It's talking about the usual stuff. I won't read it to you because it's pretty boring, but it's basically, to give you the sum up, karyotyping bad, OGM good. That's what it is. And specifically, they talk about right here, karyotyping is almost an art. They talk about how it requires very specialized care and specialized training and experience and diligence to actually perform karyotyping. Whereas OGM, I don't know. Here, let me just Control F the quote because I always, there we go. Okay, where it's the right here, where I was looking right at it. I can't find it. Whereas in the view, preparing and analyzing optical genome maps would be more automated and objective, right? So karyotyping, almost an art, more subjective, more open, more prone to errors, right? And open to interpretation. OGM, automated, objective, right? It's easier to do and it doesn't take all that training because it's automated and objective. That's as simple as it gets. All right. So that's academic praise, and you love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. But yeah, do you guys want to know the real reason why I'm really hoping for a green day? I don't even know if I said that yet. I'm really hoping for a green day today so we can play a riff. And I think I'm going to do it anyway because I have never played a riff for you guys with good audio, and I finally fixed the audio. Assuming I set everything up properly, which there's a fair amount of things I have to do. There's a couple of things I have to do, and I have to not forget. But I have the good guitar audio ready for you. And I think the rule is going to be every single green day, we're going to play a riff. And then the exception is today because I want to play today to make sure everything's good. And also, we've never done it before, so we're gonna do it today. And then after today, that's gonna be the rule. Every single green day, you have to play some sort of riff. It'd be 5 seconds, or it can be 5 minutes. You know, I don't know what the hell's gonna be, but yeah, you guys I'll probably have 0 viewers by then. It doesn't matter, right? A lot of earnings still falling into large caps. People expect a lot of the earnings to crush expectations, like Snap or Twitter. Yeah, Brandon, do you see the pattern? Is this another free fall? That kind of comment time. Well, hey, listen, guys. I mean, there's so many people think we're going to crash now. We're about to flip green here, 6:15 as I'm talking. But here's the thing, guys. You have to understand this. I said this so many times. Get this through the brain. I'm not trying to pick on you, but this is the fact. All right. If high growth goes up, we're gonna go up with it. So many people act like the company is like deciding, and everybody's gauging whether it's a good company, whether we go to 580 or $8 short term. No. I promise you, that's not what's happening. I'm telling you guys, if the markets go up and bring high growth with it, we're going to $8 before earnings. If not, we could go to 550, we could go to 7, we could stay where we are, we could consolidate in this range for a while. All right. The fact is, you have to understand that I would say just don't let yourself get too worried about the day-to-day when you have earnings around the corner. Go and do your research on earnings and see if you agree with me that, it's worth buying a call, buying some more shares the day of earnings and before earnings when we're dipping. That's what I'm thinking, right? That's what I'm thinking, my friends. Oh, and by the way, about my goal for 2,000 shares, I already have I have like 2,200 shares, my friend. Let me go here. I have way more. I have 2,213 shares. My goal is actually, believe it or not, this is freaking fanciful. Feel free to laugh out loud when you hear this, but my goal is 10,000 shares by the end of the year. The only way that happens is if the channel does like very well. Like, I mean, the only way the channel does well is if BNGO does like, and the BNGO interest on YouTube goes way higher. So I don't know if that's gonna happen, but that's my goal. I already have 2,000 right now, and I actually have a ton of buying power heading into Webull right now. So. All right. Damn it, Brandon. Now that you fixed the audio, we are going red. What are you talking about? We're going green. We're almost green. What do you mean? We'll see. Remember, it doesn't matter. I know you're just joking, my friend, but for all the people worrying about us ending the day 3% red or whatever the hell you're worrying about, right? Whatever number it is. By the way, we got rejected right at the intraday high there. Very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, but what was I talking about? Just worry about the earnings. Worry about the earnings, my friends. Now I have 2.7 million shares. Oh, Julius Barabank. Okay, another filing. All right, let's check out the filings. The filings, there hasn't been any really. Oh my gosh. Okay, wow, that was a significant filing. Never mind. Let's look. Institutional ownership. Everybody, let me change. Okay, well, the title is fitting, I guess. We have another filing. We have a huge filing, I'm assuming. Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, they just added, I think, 1 million shares. No, they just added. Okay, these guys. Oh my God, that's actually really bullish. All right, everybody. I don't want to. I don't want to hype it up. I don't want to give you like a false hope, but we have a bit. I would say this is fairly bullish, and the reason is because now, okay, the bank, Julius Baer, whatever this freaking institution that they could be adding for no reason, or they could be adding because they think it's going to go up, and they just bought on April or June 30th. Okay, so June 30th. Okay, they bought 700,000 shares at $7. Okay, 711 to 740. They bought. All right, let's see. 600. I think it's 600,000. No, 800,000. 800,000 shares. They bought at. Okay, they're. Oh my God! Wow, look, that's a horrible average share price. Okay, they got 770. 700,000 shares, 770. Or that's their average share price. No, sorry, that's their average share price. If they bought on April 30th, like the filing is saying, then it's going to be 7. Their average for that date, adding, right, those 800,000 shares, about 7 to 740, 710 to 750, whatever it is. All right, around that range. So that's bullish. Why is that bullish, Brandon? Because institution just bought. This is recent. This is a recent filing. This was about a month ago when they actually bought. And they're putting 800,000 shares on the line at 740, and they're still holding, to our knowledge, right, to our knowledge. So the fact that they're holding through this, that gives you more confidence as a shareholder, does it not? So that is good news. And that's, I wouldn't say that's like, okay, it's time to go up 5%. No, absolutely not. But it does make you feel better as a shareholder, right? Absolutely. Absolutely it does. And look at the institutional ownership skyrocketing. It was 16%, almost, it was like 16.8% yesterday. Now we're looking at, we crossed the 17% threshold. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's go. Let's go. 609 right now. Let's go get the Viagra going. Pump it, Brandon. Come on, let's go. I love the person who says that shit. It's time to start pumping it. I wish I could pump it, my friends. I'm not a pump and dumper, though. I don't know why they are so cagey about their earnings release date. Well, I honestly don't really care. I mean, yeah, I guess it'd be nice. It doesn't matter, really, though, if we know about the earnings this week or next week or right before it happens. Because at the end of the day, I don't want them wasting their time on that. I want them getting the NAND nozzle ready for commercial release and getting ready to make us some money. That's all I care about. Brennan, check SoFi? Check SoFi. Okay, I'll check it. Boomstick, I'll check it for you because you're Boomstick. I'm not checking this because it was a random request. I'm checking this because Boomstick asked, okay? Boomstick is a legend, that's why. All right, if this is a good ad right now, let's check the RSI. No, I'm not really. There's not bullish divergence in any way. You're not that oversold. You're at 38. It's not horrible, but daily stochastic, you already missed your buy entry. I mean, you're in bullish territory. I'm not seeing anything special with this, to be honest with you. You're in bearish territory now, macroscopically. Okay, that's scary. You just got rejected at the 200-day EMA. That's scary. I'm not saying we're going to go down, but I'm just saying that doesn't look very auspicious. You're in bearish territory on every single indicator possible, except the 4-hourly. Maybe buy on these 4-hourly supports and see if you can get a bounce, but I don't know if you're going to break the previous high. I don't know about that. So I'll tell you what, Boomstick, I'll look more at that pretty soon here if you want. I'll look at that again and do some more looks at that. All right, what's happening with BNGO? Will we see it going back to $10 tune? My friend, if I knew, I probably wouldn't be here. But I don't know. I don't know, but I'll say that earnings is likely to give us a push at least past 7. I think $8 is real. I always throw out the number 8, going to 8 after earnings. I think it's likely, man. That's as simple as it gets. I mean, you've seen the evidence, right? You want me to pull up the evidence right now? I'll go ahead and pull it up because this price action is boring, right? Might as well. We're about to test the intraday low. Damn. We're about to test the intraday low, and straight up, we're just moving with high growth. It's frustrating, but it doesn't matter. Remember, it doesn't matter. It's frustrating for me to see, even though I know that earning, it doesn't matter if we're 550 or 650. I still want it to go higher, right? That's just instinctual. Anyways, earnings. This is the evidence. This is what we have. And please tell me if you know about another Sapphire adoption that is not in here. I'm surprised not one person added to the list, but basically, these are the 13 Sapphire adoptions that we know of. 5 of them are, I would call them 100% confirmed, 100% legit. So we already know about $1 million in sales happening in quarter 2. We don't know about the rest of these if they're for sure, but some of these are like excuse me. We also know about some of these right here. Okay, optical map, not that one. Hold on, let me get a good example. That one's a good example as well, but this one's a better example. Here we go. Another sapphire. This time it's the MGZ. That's probably a sale that happened in Q2, right? That probably is. If we look at another one right here, let's see if this is another good one. There we go. Okay, the first sapphire in Athens now ready to serve. Installation and training completed. Right, beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. These are very likely to have been sold and actually paying BioNano during Q2. Oh man. Oh no. We're testing. Okay, there we go. Let's go by the price action. We're testing the support right now, pretty much. Almost. We still have like a couple more cents to go, I guess. Yeah, a couple more cents to go. 603, 604 is our support. It looks like 604. Hopefully, and remember, this is only based on 2 touch points before the last 2 days, not yesterday, but the last 2 days before yesterday. Hopefully, we're gonna get a bounce here. All right, this is your buy signal right now for the day. All right, I'm not saying buy. I'm just saying based on that indicator, that's your buy signal. Hopefully, we bounce here. K could be way wrong. We'll see. If high growth continues getting decimated, we're gonna get decimated. I have 11,000, and when it dips, your eyes cross. Brandon, do you know why we're not selling sapphire at the moment? We are selling sapphires at the moment. What are you talking about? Brandon, do you have a buy target for the day for those wanting to add? I would say maybe right now, but I don't know. $6. I don't know if $6 is going to break. Obviously, it could. It just depends on high growth. But I'll say this. This is what I always say. I know it's boring. I know, but I don't have a perfect buy point for you today. I just don't. I mean, if we get... Okay, here we go. RSI is 27 on the 5 minute. There you go. I know it's the 5 minutes. Brandon, why are you using the 5 minute? The 5 minute is accurate, man. The 5 minute, if you actually look at the past, the 5 minute predicts the bottoms of the day very well. Very well. And look, okay, every last 5 days, it's always been pretty much oversold at the bottom. So, and right now you're oversold, and we've got the support level. So that's like we got 10,000 shares just bought right now. So I'd say if you can catch it under 6, if we dip below 6, anything under there is a steal long term. That's my opinion, and anything under 10 is a steal long term. That's what I think. But right about pretty soon here. If we keep dipping pretty soon here, and I would say right now is not a bad opportunity. But that's just me. That's just me. You do what you have to do. You have to do what you got. You got to do what you got to do. You know, do what you need to do. All right, sapphire hands will get you way past 10. I know. Diamond hands, diamond bowls, and a diamond forehead, right? You need all those things. If you're going to make money with BNGO long term, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. There's no other option. You have to do your research. You have to have diamond hands. You have to be willing to basically ignore the shorts and the manipulators, in my opinion, and ignore the price actions. Oh, there we go, $5.99. Wow, what the hell was that? What was that? That was instant. I didn't even see that. That was literally an instant break. I want to say that wasn't natural. That's very rare that we see an instant. I mean, that was at 6:03. I'd like an instant replay on that. You guys correct me if I'm wrong, but we were at 6:03, and then I looked away for 1 second, and then we're at $5.99. Like, literally like that. That doesn't usually happen. Sometimes the walls get decimated, like they just completely get canceled instantly, and you break a couple cents. That happens, sure. But we were 3 cents. We were like 5 cents away from it. Like, what the hell is that about? Oh, man. Unreal how this keeps getting pushed down. Our day will come and come big. It will. I think it will. The fact is, I say it every day. I mean, I said it 5 minutes ago. If high growth gets decimated, we're going to go down with it. You know what I mean? And then that's exactly what we've seen today. You know, so I don't want to see anybody freaking out and saying, Brandon, should I sell? Is it over? Is the sapphire a scam? Is this company? Are we fraudulent activity? Right? I don't want to see any of that shit because we're only going down today. You know why we're going down? I mean, look at it. It's very self-explanatory, right? You don't need me here to say this. But you do need me here to say that the sapphire adoption, you do need me here for this stuff right here. The actual, I mean, this took, I mean, although I put this together in like an hour, all of these things here, the only reason I knew about these is because of this document right here where I put all the links for, you know? This is 13 sales that we know about, and 5 of them are, 5 of them are 100% confirmed. So, I was looking at the 10 minute there. I called it a 5 minute. That's funny. That's funny. Let's go to the... Let's just stay on the 5 minute. 604 right now, down about a little bit under 2%. Getting a little bit of a bounce now. Looks like we're bouncing off 598. Interesting. Very, very interesting price action. Oh, man. Some would even say unnatural price action. I would. Maybe we hit 560. Maybe. Sure, maybe. Now wait for the bottom, get the best price. They're about to panic. Just wait. Maybe. The fact is, if high growth goes up, we're going to go up with it. If not, we're not going to go up. So this is why you want to accumulate as many shares on the way down as possible. That's my opinion. You know, we're very close to my cost average, my average price, I should say. And if we go down to 550 again, yeah, I will be adding a ton more shares. Yep. Simple as it gets. Because I don't think we can go down for much longer because we've got earnings around the corner, and I think earnings has like I put the number out there before. I've thrown like 75% chance. 75% chance of getting a beat, and that might sound a little bit crazy, but I mean, the evidence is it's very clear. The calculations have a clear extrapolation, which is just that. You know, 75% chance or more, very likely to beat earnings. That's as simple as it gets. So the fact that we're underperforming most of these days, yeah, it is a little bit insulting, but it also means that most people just haven't done the research. If we're right, you know, we'll see if we're right or not. We'll see if we're right or we're way off. I don't think there's much of a chance for us to be way off. I don't think there is a chance for us to be way off. But Brandon, do you know we sell Sapphire and Momet? I don't hear anything. Do you have a link, like a new sale? Is that what you're talking about? What do you mean? Explain to me what you mean, Alice, my friend. All right. Hi, here we go again. If it's below 6, I'm adding. It's not a bad strategy. I think it's a good strategy. That's what I think. There is no volume. Don't sell your shares. The tiny drop is nothing to worry about. Shorts need a lower cover point. Just hang in there. Institutions are buying huge chunks. Why would you sell? You know, that's kind of my thought. That's kind of like my thoughts on paper, pretty much. Yeah. Why would you sell now? That's just what I'm thinking. And it's easy to say. It's easy to say, oh, Brandon, you said don't sell all the way back here. That's actually not true. I always say sell if you don't know what you're doing, sell if you're not willing to go down to 5. I always say that technically, but you get what I mean, right? I said don't sell. I wasn't selling back in here. And the reason is because of this right here. Brandon, what the hell are you talking about? What is that? Are you crazy? Basically, it's unpredictable price action. And the reason is because it's, it doesn't matter what the reason is. The stock, what matters is that the stock is unpredictable as hell. And you don't know when this shit's going to react to news. You don't know when it's going to react to news. The only thing it consistently reacts to is good earnings. And we've seen that both times that we've got good earnings or good revenue beats, we go up a ton. And that's the that's the only thing that the price actually likes. And then sometimes it likes when we got our new CCO, we went up like 20% when we got with him. And then we did nothing with the CBO. We do nothing with the listings. I don't know. So it's very hard to say what news of the company is going to make the stock go up or down. It's it's pretty much just rolling dice, you know, if the companies, if people are going to care about a news piece or not. Brandon, I'll buy more right now. Convince me. I'm not going to convince you. No, if you're going to buy Boomstick, you know better than ever. If you're going to buy right now, I do think it's a great long-term price. That's I think a year. I think a month. I think after earnings, you're going to be looking at this price and be like, wow, I wish I bought more. That's what I think. That's just me. But long term, this is a great point, a great buy point. But I don't like saying like, all right, this is great to buy, because the fact is, if high growth goes down, we're going to go down to 550 short term. We could even break 550 short term if high growth gets decimated, and it's essentially impossible to predict whether high growth is going to go down or not. I mean, good luck. I mean, you know, because this thing follows the markets half the time it doesn't. Half the time when the markets go red, we go green, right? It's an inverse correlation half the fucking time. It's like. And then you got the broader market headwinds, potential headwinds. You got inflation. You got the government spending literally more than ever in history before, which no one cares about. But any day now, people could start thinking more like Peter Schiff and other people, and Henry Hazlitt, these kind of people. And then they could start being like, hey, the government spending a lot is not the best economic policy. Why the hell is the market at all-time highs? Then we crash 20%. That could happen anytime, in my opinion. That's a realistic possibility anytime. And it's scary. That's why you got to have buying power. That's why you got to have the hedges against the market, the UVXY or buying power. One of the two, hopefully, or others. There's plenty of hedges against the market, right? So you got to make your own. You got to do what you got to do. All right. Buy now. It's as simple as it gets. I read a comment that's not. I see what you did there, bad form. I see you wanted me to say that, didn't you? We will hit 7 next week and so forth. $8, $9, just a matter of time. It is just a matter of time, but I don't know if it's going to be next week or a year from now, because in my view, it's so hard. I don't want to be dogmatic and say we're going to be $8 for sure, because I don't know when the sales are going to come in. I don't know when we're going to get when our actual numbers are going to look something like this. And this is what it comes down to. This number right here is basically our hopes of BioNano rest on this number. The growth rate of the installed sapphires, otherwise the sales of the sapphire. That's what it is. Or the installed sapphire, same thing essentially. That and this one right here, the total consumables revenue. Those are the two things. And of course the lineage and matter, other service revenue, whatever. Okay, I don't even know. Okay, all this stuff matters, of course. But those are the big ones, and those numbers are going to decide what we're going to do. And we just hit 599 again. Wow, 601 right now though. Damn. Looks like, oh wow, and look at this. Look at this. Everything just went down. Yeah, that was the markets right there, I'm assuming, or at least that was high growth. Yeah, that's rough. That's high growth. All just got the rug pulled out. 601. Yes, a lot of the market and biogenetics, especially the research, specifically the research demanding linked to pandemic, COVID, and health. Love bad from your real man. Buying under 7 is a great price for anyone selling within a year. Anything under 10 is a great price for any long-term holders. Yes. I haven't read a tweet and haven't heard anything for weeks about a sale of Sapphire. Do you think BNGO doesn't tweet the sales anymore? When was the last time you heard about a sale? Oh, that's a good question, Alice. I'm glad you asked it because I need to clarify something, my friends. You have to understand, BioNano doesn't tweet about the sales. BioNano almost never tweets about the sales. 90% of the sales that we know about are not from BioNano. In fact, only one of them is, I think. 2. And this one, they didn't even... This one was a study. I did the digging and found out that these guys haven't had a Sapphire before this, to my understanding. That's how I count it as a Sapphire sale. Most of these installations... Remember, BioNano keeps us in the dark. And just like any company would, they're not going to announce all their sales before earnings. Then we could calculate what it is exactly. No. They're going to keep it secretive and keep their sales to themselves. They don't, my friend, I wouldn't worry about the fact that we haven't seen another Sapphire sale or based on another one of these in a couple weeks. I wouldn't worry about that at all. And the reason is because half of the sales that happen, most of the sales that happen, probably, I think it's factual at this point, based on at least historically, the majority of sales we don't know about until earnings. We don't know about them. And the reason is because why are they announcing the sales? No, the buyer, why would they be announcing the sales? They're not announcing the sales. So, yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. 598 right now. Yeah, we are taking, I know. If we were playing the Simple as It Gets drinking game, we would be about half a bottle in right now. Yeah, you would. Yes. I'm buying using more as soon as I see the suit. Oh man, that's right. I gotta wear the suit today. Didn't I say yesterday I was gonna wear the suit today? I'll wear the suit at market close then. I'll put the suit on for you. Oh man. Yeah, there is no volume. Volume is horrible. Volume is absolutely horrible. 597 new intraday low. And it's just with high growth, and it's what's so frustrating. It's like everybody's getting pissed off now in the chat. I mean, I think I'm controlling my anger pretty well, but the fact is we're literally the only reason why we're going down is because high growth as a sector is going down. So I'm not worried whatsoever. And this is how it is almost all the time. You know, if the high growth is going to get decimated, we're going to follow it. Short interest is very high for us. We're looking at 18% of the flow right now. There's manipulation affecting us as well. These are the reasons why we're going down. And once earnings comes in, they can't neglect it. And of course, earnings could be shit, and we could fail, and we could go down to $4 again. That's a scenario, but I think it's worth the risk. That's what I'll say. Hey, Brandon, are you familiar with Jackson guitars? My friend, that is my guitar. My guitar is a Jackson, believe it or not. With the Sapphire, is there a lot of hands-on training at the specific location that could be hurt by Delta? Yes, there is, to my understanding, but I'm pretty damn sure. But with the training, there are videos that you watch on how to actually use the Sapphire. So I don't know for sure if that hands-on training, like face-to-face training, is like the most vital thing for the process. So I wouldn't really worry about that stifling sales. I wouldn't really worry about that too much. I would be more, my friend, focused on about if the Delta variant is going to be widespread. Let's say Delta variant, let's say let's say we're going to go lockdowns again. Let's say the worst case scenario for COVID is going to be freaking World War III, essentially. Not actually, but, it's going to be Great Depression, like, right? We're going to get a crash, market crash. If the Delta variant is going to be that, there's going to be higher demand for understanding of the variant. Therefore, the Sapphire is going to be getting more demand for Delta variant maps. And we're going to be mapping that, seeing what the translocations are, seeing the optogenome map of it, and getting some data that way. Hopefully, there's going to be some breakthroughs by the Sapphire as well. And you know what that's going to do for the stop price, okay? Boom, and then the revenue comes in, okay? Boom, we're going to $8. Simple as it gets. We go down to $4 short term, you get a 100% run. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You know, if you're worried about the company today, I don't even know what to say if you're worried about the company today because we're down 3%. All right. Who's mad? The company is great. You should be happy to buy cheaper shares. It will eventually go up. Yeah, exactly. Remember, guys, the stock market is a device from transferring wealth from the patient to the from the impatient to the patient, I should say. I almost mixed that quote up. Guys and gals, don't worry about day-to-day. This is a long-term investment. Stay strong. Exactly. Exactly. 18,000 shares sold at 597. That hurts. That hurts. But yeah, it does. Obviously, it does hurt. It hurts us to see our baby BNGO going down on the day. But I mean, you can't. It's easy to explain. You know, everything is going down with it, and we've got good news yesterday. Earnings is coming up. We're getting close to earnings, and I don't think there's going to be any chance for us to see the fives again like we are right now if we get a revenue beat of a couple 100,000. That's a simple. I mean, last two revenue beats that we got 100,000 to 300,000 in a beat in revenue beats, and yeah, we went up like 10% after hours, and then the next day we went up 20% for one of those examples. So I think there's a very good case to be made that we're going up 20%, 10% if we were to get a small revenue beat. Yeah. Yep. And we're essentially right now free flowing. We're down 3.5% now, about down to 594, approaching my cost. And we did break the support. It looks like pretty much this support didn't really play into effect at all, affect anything. It had 3 touch points and now it is gone. So we'll go ahead and delete that. Let's see where our next support, if there's going to be a next strong support. It's looking like the 200-day. Okay, so both of these, yeah, the 200-day EMA and the 200-day SMA. And those are sitting both around 570 to 560. And there is a natural level of support at 550, of course, natural wall. And then also there's a ton of touch points. Let me draw up a rectangle here. There's a ton of touch points. If I can find the rectangle, damn it, Brandon. right in here. There's a huge level of support. There's a ton of touch points. I mean, you could draw that all the way down to 490. I'm going to draw it right there, though, to keep it simple. All right. So roughly about 560 to 530. There's a ton of support there, and I think it's going to take an insane amount of death and carnage for the high growth set for us to break really any of these supports, including the EMA and the SMA. So, yeah, and also it looks like we have a touch point right here as well. Yeah, we have a couple touch points right here as well in that 590 to 585 area as well. So this may be, yeah, let me put a horizontal line there as well. Let me go ahead and highlight these for you so you know I'm not just making this up. All right, here we go. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Resistance and support touch points count. That's like 4 or 5, or is that 6 already? I don't know. There's a couple in there, a couple there. Okay, so you have plenty of, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's multiple. So you got like, what, 8 or 10? Something like that of support. That number of validations on this 590. What is that at? 583 exactly? In that 590 to 580 area. And then if we break that, you got the 200-day SMA and EMA. So, and again, it's kind of trite for us to spend a lot of attention on this and a ton of effort on it, because the fact is, I don't give a shit if we go down to 550 before earnings, because that's just, I'm loading if we go down. I mean, a part of me kind of wants it to come down to like a YOLO, if you will. It's not a true YOLO, but like kind of a YOLO, like it acts like a YOLO before earnings. Like if we went down to like 5, if we went down, let's say we go down to 5 flat, and then that's like the day before earnings, we're at like 5 flat. Dude, I am going all in, and I will bet everything. I will bet all my buying power that earnings is going to be good, and I could be way wrong, but I think it's worth the risk, and I'll put my money where my mouth is on that, because that's how. I mean, that's what I'm thinking for earnings. You know, anything can happen. It's hard to project earnings, even with this much of evidence. But the company has already said they're comfortable with the estimates. We already know about the more Sapphire sales this quarter prior to earnings, or quarter two, you know what I mean, before any other quarter in history. And we already know about like $1 million confirmed in sales. Plus, there's been such a higher volume of studies and stuff, giving me evidence to believe that there's been higher consumable revenue this quarter. If we get down to 550, I'm selling everything to go all in on BNGO. Yeah, I know. What is let me see. What is UVXY doing today? Damn, UVXY. All right, I'm gonna have to buy more of this. This thing, here's the problem, guys. The broader markets, the Russell's going down, high growth's going down. Again, this is a day, I don't know what the exact advancers decline. Here, let me look at what the advancers decliners are real quick. Hold on. I'm going to enter the matrix real quick. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, looks like there's, looks like there are more advancers than decliners. No way. I did not think that was going to happen. Hold on, let me get the exact number. There's 2,000. Okay, no, there are more decliners. No, okay, so there's 4,000 decliners today and 3,000 advancers, basically. And the fact is, the markets are only up because, you know, the big boys, Twitter, Apple, Facebook, all the big ones, all the big names. Okay, Tesla's that's not a good example because it's down, but you get what I mean. Most of the big cap stocks, they're up, forcing the markets higher. Yet most stocks, the majority of the market is actually down today. Right, we've seen, what did I say, 4,000 decliners and 3,000 advancers. So UVXY is going down. I'm gonna have to add more in UVXY actually. I don't recommend you guys. That's a way of hedging the market, and I am kind of a bear. I don't mean, I'm not bearish on BNGO. Remember, don't take me out of context, please. I am kind of a bear on the broader market. So to be honest with you, okay, I mean, there's no other way to say it. I mean, there's not really a case to be made that the markets. There's not. I don't know, but. Once this crazy super interventionist government philosophy on the market stops, we might be in for some bad news for the markets, maybe. But we'll see what people think. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the actual what the policies are. It just matters what people think about the policies. It just matters what people think about the market. All right, are you bullish or bearish in regards with ER next month, my friend? I think I made it unmistakably clear, unequivocally clear. I'm bullish for the earnings, absolutely bullish. I think there's more than a 75% chance that we beat earnings, and I mean that sincerely. And you may be wondering, Brandon, what the hell? How are you projecting earnings? I've done my last two earnings projections have been right. They could, anyone's a genius in a bull market, though. I'd said both times. I said I was specifically talking about the revenue and the numbers from the sales, the money that we're making. I said we're likely to get a beat both times, and we got to beat both times. I could be way off this time, but this time I'm even more confident. That should tell you about what the evidence is saying to me. And I have that. I'll go ahead if we have any new viewers here. I've made videos on this. I'll continue to make videos on there, but that's the link to the actual evidence that we have saying that earnings is going to be good, essentially. 593 right now. We're down almost 4%. Hey, Brandon, I'm with you throughout the hold. We will stay for the win. Go BNGO. Yeah, I'm in it. I say all the time, if we go down, if the ship's going down, I'm going down with the ship, and that's as simple as it gets, right? I'm going down. If we go down to $4 or $5 flat or whatever the hell it is, I'm here. I'm not leaving this. I'm not leaving the company, and so I'm just adding more. I mean, if you're not prepared mentally to maybe go through that death and carnage, it might not be for you. And this has been death, and a lot of people were expecting to buy BNGO, and then boom, $10, boom, 15. You can make a ton of money right away, but now you're in the red, and now you're hurting, and now you're like, fuck, my portfolio's down. Shit, what do I do? Do you want to sell low and then go buy something else high, or just give up, just sell this way low, sell this at the lows, and then go get something else? It's up to you. Do what you gotta do if you got bills. You do what you gotta do, but here's the thing. I think that would be ill-advised, and you guys know why. We have earnings coming up. And high growth, and also another reason is because high growth just gotten. I don't know how long this can continue. I don't know if this can continue perpetually. For me, I don't think it can, though. That's just me. High growth every single day gets killed when the markets are up. And yes, the Russell's down. But we've seen a pattern which is the inverse correlation with high growth and the markets. The markets they're not at all-time highs today, but actually the Nasdaq almost is. Markets at all-time highs. High growth as a sector fucking annihilated. They're not even close to their all-time highs, which was back in February 16th. And that was with the broader markets way down here, right? That's the disparity between the valuations between this kind of sector and the broader markets. And I would say it's too, you can't explain that with hype because it's too significant of a disparity. It's not like we're talking about a couple percentage points in valuation difference. No, we're talking about like 70%, trading at a 70% discount from all-time highs. In BNGO's case, that's pretty much what it is. Or yeah, that's like 60, 70% from all-time highs. The markets have only gone up. Earnings have only been good both times. News has only been good. Yes, there was some hype here. Is it like $1 billion worth of hype? No, I don't think it's $1 billion worth of hype because our market cap here was, I don't know. Somebody tell me what the exact market cap was at 1569. Somebody can calculate that. I'm not good at math, but it was probably close to 3 billion. And our market cap now is not even 2 billion. And that should tell you a little bit about what the company's value. And that should tell you a little bit about why a lot of us are holding right now. All right, no spamming, please, my friend. All right, people, you have to earn BNGO. BNGO is not for sissies, only for those who stay strong, earn the greatest. Exactly. Warren Buffett says you have to decide if you are staying 10 minutes or 10 years with the company. Exactly. And I don't know if everybody mentally prepared themselves for holding 10 years with the company. I know it sounds awful, like, oh, Brandon, if we go down, you're just going to say hold for 10 years every time, and it doesn't matter. The fact is, the fact is you have to do that sometimes. And although I'm not expecting BNGO to not give us any returns until 10 years, no, hell no, it's quite the opposite, actually. I'm expecting relatively quick share price increases once these numbers start coming through, right? If we were to get these numbers, 22 million right there, even if we're going to be like 15, even if we're going to match the estimates for this year, we're still going to go up a little bit. And that's for a complicated reason. But anyways, these numbers, if they're right, we're going to be going up 50% to 100%, maybe even more each year. And, if the hype were to come back in, if Wall Street Bets were to come back in, if Nano were to come back in, any of these things, they send us up more than 50% for the year, 100% up on the year. Okay. They actually talked about the shenanigans that are taking place in the dart pool on Fox News yesterday. Dart pools are about 50% of the volume on average for BNGO, if I'm not mistaken. That was old data, but I'm pretty sure it stays around the same level. What model Jackson do you have, Brandon? I'm ordering the Jackson King 5J. Bro, I wish I knew something about guitars. I mean, I play guitar every day for like a very long time. But I don't know a thing about guitar models. I don't even know what the model is. I couldn't tell you. Maybe you can look at it and tell me. I've used the same cheap-ass $200 guitar. I mean, I guess relatively cheap. And I've used it for I can't believe it's still working the way it does. It's got intonation problems that I can't fix because I'm stupid. But Fidelity, Bear, and others have a cost base in the high sevens. I'm with them. These down days are opportunities to buy. Yeah, I know. If you're worried about holding right now, look who else is holding. Look who's in the same boat as you, right? These guys right here that just had a new filing today. They added 800,000 shares. Why is there a hair right here? That's annoying me. There we go. Got it. 800,000 shares added on 30th of April, and that was at a share price of over $7. Their average share price is now $7.70 for almost 3 million shares. They're still holding, to our knowledge. Right? These are the toots with billions of dollars. Their portfolio allocation, it's like almost nothing. Okay? These guys are willing to hold through the red days, and that should tell you something about what they think the price is going to do. But hey, who knows? Who knows? All right, BNGO is updating their Sapphire units 2.0. That is why the minimal drop. What? What are you talking about? Today I got 200 shares from 5 at 5.95. I'm starting to buy BNGO from 4 to 14, up from 10 to 5 down. My average price $669 now, 189K share. Holy shit, that's a lot of shares. Whale alert! We've got a whale. We've got 2 whales. We've got Mark as well. Good morning, Mark. How you doing, my friend? Just hold, do not buy. Well, we are going down. We are going down, like you said. You called a big drop. I think you timed it. You called a big drop sometime down here, and we're getting that big drop, and we'll see if we go lower than we were here. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anything? Remember, high growth is what determines the price. Essentially, that's the biggest impact on the price. At least in these times, there are. Once earnings comes, we're gonna hopefully start moving by ourselves. But right now, everything just moves in the exact same way almost. I mean, you're seeing MP and skills are the only things green, and Rumble. I got to remove Rumble. This one is not a part of this about a part of high growth, but everything is moving in the same way. Everything is correlated to each other very strongly in the high growth sector, and that's what we've seen in the last few weeks. And I don't know, I don't see much reason to think that's going to stop very soon, unless the company that the individual stock you're talking about is going to have something to set it apart. For example, an earnings beat or a revenue beat. Not even an earnings beat. Screw the damn earnings, the profitability. I want the revenue coming. I want the sales being high. I'm not really worried about the expenses this quarter or last quarter, I guess, technically. What is it? Was it good or a bad thing that Kramer didn't mention BNGO in his show? I mean, it's technically bad, but it wasn't, it's not like negative thing on the stock price. It would have been good for the price probably if he had mentioned it, but he didn't. Great rise soon. You have 189K more shares than Robbie Smith. Yeah, that's true. 189K. Well, that's not true. I think Robbie might have a private account where he keeps adding and buying BNGO on the red days. I'm serious, because he's watched so many videos. The only way you stay with his channel for months is if you're bullish on BNGO. That's the only, or at least interested in it. That's the only way. And I've seen him so many times on the channel. So I think he might be pulling a Simon Barnett where he's like having a private account where he actually buys. So I don't know. We'll see though. Kramer's not going to hurt us, only bring awareness. Yeah, probably, but a lot of people talk about the Kramer effect. Every stock he likes goes down, but overall, I think it would only be a positive thing, yeah, because of the exposure, the publicity, the awareness. Yes, I do think that's right, yeah. And it looks like we're getting a bearish engulfing candle. That's pretty much as bearish as it gets. Not trying to freak everybody out, but it looks like maybe we're headed into the 580s. Unfortunately, maybe. We'll see. Are we at? We're not even golden on the RSI yet. Damn. We are getting a little bit of bullish. We're almost getting a little bit of bullish divergence on the 5-minute, though. If we can make a lower low and a higher high on the RSI, which it looks like we will, if we can hit 591, that would be the buy signal. That would be a reversal signal right there, if we could get that. It's on the 5 minutes, so take it for what it is, right? 4 hourly is much more accurate, that's for sure, but much more reliable, but still. What was the new company on Jim Cramer? I think it was, I forgot the names. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Somebody tell me. I forgot what it was. Some random-ass company. All right, but yeah, I will have a lamb crop ready to sell by November, freeing up a large portion of my money. I'll invest it all in BNGO. Hopefully the price isn't. What time did you say that? By November. Okay, that's a long time, but low volume is good. Shorts are scared to death. Hold and wait for Q. Yes, I was going to scare the recent buyers. I would take it to. Yes, I was going to scare the recent buyers. I would take it to 580. There's not many more paper hands to shake out, but I hear you. And while the price action is kind of just going sideways and barcoding, pretty much, let me go ahead and go over the news today. Okay, so we got this filing. Essentially, we got a new institution adding about 30 days ago, 25 days ago. They added about 800,000 shares at an average share price of above $7. And now their total average share price is $7.70. And we also got this news. This was late last night, I believe, when this came out. And this is basically talking about what we know, right? Essentially, one sentence, OGM good, karyotyping bad. And that's amazing to see because we want that. Obviously, we want academic praise. And I haven't read this whole thing, but I'm certainly going to because this is actually really interesting because they actually talk about this person right here being she actually likes karyotyping better. And you get to hear both sides. And obviously, okay, I mean, let's just go through her argument, right? She says karyotyping, it provides useful diagnostic information at reasonable costs and are currently very embedded in diagnostic protocols for blood cancers. Here's the thing. I'm sorry, but you're losing money if you're not using Sapphire for greater than 500 base pair. If you're doing a lot of greater than 500 base pair diagnostic work or even research and development, whatever it is, you're losing money. All right. Although karyotyping might be reasonable, we are cost effective and we are a lower cost per sample. We had that confirmed by a recent study. So, and we have better information. We're way more accurate than karyotyping, right? If we just look at a chart here, okay, here we go, right here. Let me go right here. Okay. If you compare us to karyotyping, it's like, why would you ever use karyotyping? Why? You're losing money and you're literally getting horrible detection. You can't even you cannot even detect the repeat expansions. You have a limited range for all of the major variant classes, whereas BioNano can literally do everything that karyotyping cannot and in a better way. It's like, bro. It's like, what? So, you know, plus it's easier to do. Plus, in this same article, the case for OGM is like, well, it doesn't take that long to learn. It's really easy to do. It's automated. It's easy to do. In this article, they say karyotyping is almost an art, whereas OGM, it's more automated and objective. Okay, simple as it gets, man. Karyotyping sucks ass. OGM is good. That's the ape language. So, of course, the price doesn't give a shit. Okay, I don't expect the price to give a shit. What I expect is that the company's revenue is going to reflect the stuff that we see here, and the product specs. That's what I'm expecting, and that's what we're betting on. That's what we're betting on. 598 right now. Hopefully, forming a hammer candle here. Getting some buy orders coming in. All right, if we want 10 posts at Wall Street Bets about BNGO, that's 13,000 posts. Some should go through. Let's chill, guys. No, we can't purposely try to shill though. We have to try to be nice, and that's the only way. That's the only way. But I'm totally for that. You guys know I think a Wall Street Bet squeeze with BNGO, it's absolutely only a net it can only do good things for the stock and the company. Yes, that is true, and the company and the stock, both of them. It's a win-win for everybody. Brandon, question, can you check up on Virgin Galactus? What's going on with that stock? Stock's getting killed. That's what's going on. Still doing very well from the lows here, but anyways, let's go back to us. I don't think many people care about that. I'll tell you what, if you're still here at the end there, my friend, we're going to end it here pretty soon. Speaking of that, you know what? Let's do here. I think let's do last minute questions and let's get out of here, I think. And I think we are going to, I am going to play the guitar riffs if that's okay, because I want to make sure the audio works. I think I fixed it. I want to make sure it's good. So I'm going to give you a quick preview on that. And this is going to be the one-time exception where we play guitar on a red day, because we're only going to play guitar on a green day. On green days from now on, that's the only time we're going to be riffing, I think. Currently holding 50 shares on that. You know, I don't know what to say to you, my friend. RSI, you're not looking. I mean, it looks like you're in. It's not really bullish or bearish territory. It's either way right now. Yeah. 598, 599. Yes, break the previous high, please. Any word on insider ownership? No, there's not any. Nope. Insider ownership is a big thing. We would be like on top of it if there was insider information. At least I would hope. Oh, not insider information. No, I said that way wrong. No, insider ownership in transactions and filings. No. We have had a couple of those somewhat recently, like in the last few months. You know, that's somewhat recently, and they're all essentially Form 4's Code A, I think it was. Anyway, it doesn't matter what the code is. Basically, us, the company BNGO, granting insiders options and shares. Essentially, that's what we've seen, and that incentivizes them to work hard, in my opinion. Although, it's the company's giving them free shares, essentially, yes, but they have to work very hard for those, and they're only making money off those options if they actually have the stock price go up. So essentially, it incentivizes them to work hard and get the stock price up. So I like those somewhat recent insider transactions. All right, in summary, stock market is bearish as what? Cue that outro. Let's have a good weekend and be ready for next week's awesome roundup. Yes, sir, exactly. All right, so if we're ready here, if there's no, we need a blessing outro. Well, we'll be back here for the market close, of course. But yeah, yeah. I gotta test. I want to test the. Are you still holding BIOLs? No, my friend. I show my portfolio all the time. No, I'm not holding BIOLs, my friend. No. I do like BIOLs. BIOLs is interesting because it's got such a damn small market cap. It's only 100 million. It's got such a revolutionary technology potentially. All right. Anyways, all right. Let's go ahead. If there's no questions here. Are you going to stream Tesla earnings call on Monday? No, not Tesla's, my friend. This is my friend. BNGO is the only stock in the stock market. You don't understand. BNGO is life. BNGO is everything. This is what we do. But with that being said, if there's not any more, but we will be streaming BNGO's earnings call, of course. And if there's not any more questions, we'll go ahead and test out the riffage. Turn the amp on. 602 right now. I'm still holding BIOLs. BIOLs has gotten killed recently, though, I think. What is Tesla? Only ticker around here is BNGO. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, my friend. Quintessential answer, yes. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and hey, everybody, please, unless you want to waste your time, please leave now because it's gonna take me like a minute, maybe even more if the audio has problems to get the guitar ready. And then I got to get the camera the right angle. That's going to be... Okay, so please leave now. Please. Thank you so much. I will see you later tonight if you want the stocks. Now we're going to do the guitar stuff. So so please feel free to leave. All right, and with that being said, your fair warning is done. And now we're going to go ahead and get it set up. It's got several steps to get the audio good here, but we're going to do it. I figured it out. I think I did at least. We'll see if it's good. We'll see if the audio is good here. There we go. All right. There we go. Perfect. All right, let me get that guitar action. Okay, and now I already forgot something. First time I forgot something. Let's go ahead and switch the... This is the problem. Right there. Okay, boom. Boom. Okay, now the audio should be good. Please tell me if it sounds good, okay? Somebody who plays guitar, please tell me that sounds normal. Because the audio last time has been so weird. I think it's got to be good. And let me get the price back up here. So you have something more entertaining than my big-ass forehead. Right? Sounds all right. Is it better than the last time? I think it is good. All right, I'm going to turn it way up. All right, get ready for ear rape. All right, here we go. Let me get the kit. I already figured. Second thing I forgot. Keep count. Take a shot every time I forget to do something. Here we go. Let's get the camera angle a little bit better, hopefully. Right there, maybe? No. Other way, Brandon. Other way. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Please feel free to get out of here. I'm just riffing at this point. Please feel free to get out of here. Is it better than yesterday? You were a lefty, now a righty. Yeah, it's because the camera, I don't know. The camera's weird. I gotta flip it. Anyway. Alright, last one. we go. Last one. Finishing one. Here we go. I just want to make sure it's all right. We're going to turn it up here. Ear rape. Brace for ear rape, everybody. So much. I'm sorry. There we go. I hope the audio is good. I'm going to make sure it's good, and then we'll do it every day on the green day. I think. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And with that being said, unless there's any last minute questions, thank y'all so much. I hope the audio was good. I think it had to have been. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna forget to switch the audio back to the normal one every time, and then it's gonna suck. That's the problem. That's what's gonna happen now. All right, and with that being said, looks like we're at 595 right now, still trading sideways, so we timed that pretty well. All right, man. Thank y'all so much. Oh yeah, the guitar riff with the suit on day one, on one day. Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you what. I will suit up for the market close. If I forget, because it's the end of the week, I don't know, and I haven't done it in a while, and you're requesting, I'll do the suit market close. Remind me if I forget. Do throw in some drum samples and jam, and you can find them on the internet. Yeah, I do. I will do that. Well, I actually can't because the camera is I would have to do that with my phone to throw that on the amp. Anyways, all right. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, Lee is back. All right, thank y'all so much, man. Here's the portfolio getting absolutely annihilated. BNGO position is now like switching between green and red. And with that being said, thank y'all so much. This is not financial advice. I will see y'all in the next one.